Okay, I don't know how I'm going to come at this because I've tried this now my fourth time. If I had to do it all over again, really would I change anything? I don't think I would. If I went through what I went through, it was because for a reason. Because the great I am, the creator of all things, knows the direction you're going and the direction I'm going. The creator of all things know you like the back of its hand or the backside of its energy. To see this stuff unfold like right in front of my eyes is befunneling. To see the reasons why things happen and why they had to happen the way they happened. To see prophecy unfold right in front of your eyes. To take notes of everything that's happened through your journey. It's mind-boggling because to see that you're not crazy and to see that the things that you experience spiritually, physically, mentally, audibly, is unreal. For me, not knowing that the creator of all things had a plan, not knowing that this plan would involve prophecy, what is written, being led in the spirit for 4 years, and come that 5th year, you read the Bible for the very first time and you see your life, the visions, the dreams, the events, physical 3D dimensional events happen. It's really mind-boggling. To see all these things go down and play out right in front of your faces. And trying to explain it to people to where they understand or understand in some people's cases. So much so that it fries their circuitry. It fries their mind. It becomes overbearing and too much for people to handle. Because someone like me has a lot to dump in someone's life, to where they can't comprehend, or they just really can't see what's in front of them. Because there's so much about the physical and not so much about the unseen. I really didn't know how I wanted to start this video out, because many people think that a lot of people like me that get on here speaking, that we are a little out of touch. But in fact, a lot of us are very much in touch, because we're in touch with our intuition. We're in touch with the unseen. We're in the realm of the living, and you are in the realm of the dead. We are in the realm of spirituality. You are in the realm of meat, flesh. We are in the realm of seeing in the spirit. You're in the realm of seeing in the 3D. We are in the realm of seeing with our heart, but you are in the realm of seeing with lust, or anger, hate, fear, doubt, jealousy, envy. We are in the realm of tranquility, bliss, no worries. You are in the realm of running, time exists in the realm you are in. 9 to 5. Rush, gotta go here, gotta go there, do this, do that. We're in the realm of observing, sitting back, taking it all in, listening, hearing. I don't think people really know what it means to be a follower of the great I am. I honestly don't believe people know what that means. Because the 3D world is the old world. This 3D way of thinking, moving, speaking, feeling, touching, that is of the old world. I don't think people really understand what it takes to grasp the great I am, the creator of all things. I don't think people understand that you have to shut the world off. You have to turn that TV off. You have to turn that radio station off. You have to turn society off. You have to turn that job off. You have to turn all daily life off. And attune to your rhythm, your beat. It's like listening to your own heartbeat, even though I don't like listening to my heartbeat. But you have to put yourself in a state that's not reachable for others. And I don't really think people really grasp that concept of what it really means to follow the Creator of all things. But for me, to see all what I've seen and have receipts to back up everything that I speak, this last receipt really shook me, and I find myself staring at it and looking at it. But at the whole time, going through this whole journey, it's being shown to me, but I'm not grasping it. I'm not really seeing what's going on. I'm not grasping it. I'm not grasping it. But to see yourself come down from the heavens, and you come in contact with 4 beings standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the seal of the living God in your hand. To seal the servants of the living God, of the Creator of all things. It's mind-blowing. But then literally see the reason why these things happen and how they came in line. For me, for example, learning to forgive my mother. That very instant, I felt the power of the Creator of all things right here in my hand. I felt its power, which was receivance of the mark. Then have to come seeing for several weeks the same area code in Las Vegas for Texas over and over again for at least 2 weeks, which telling me this is where I'm supposed to be going. I'm supposed to head in this direction. Then I come across a vision of seeing 4 massive pillars of light going up into the heavens. Then get mixed up with a witch, warlock, sorcerer. Voodoo priestess. Not knowing that this was bad, but it was a lesson that needed to be learned. But nevertheless, This was always a plan. And then the very entities that felt that they were doing something to destroy or hinder or stop the plan of the great I Am, which didn't stop, it just sped it up. Put me in the exact place to see people going to and fro. A constant overturn of a door swinging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Enough so was enough to seal the 12 tribes. To see this play out, Mark, the 4 angels holding back the 4 winds, the 1 angel coming down from the heavens saying, hurt not the earth, hurt not the sea, hurt not the trees, until the people are sealed. But to actually literally see it play out in this 3D physical plane. And then on top of it, receiving visions, drawing these visions, and then here 5 years, 2 years later, 3 years later, you see your exact same vision on some YouTube shorts. But you had this vision a long time ago. You've seen this a long time ago. Literally, your life is playing out accordingly to how the great I Am wants it to play out. Even playing a trick. And I wouldn't necessarily say it was a trick, a test on those that are part of the dark world or the underworld or, just playing the dark side. Even suffices to thinking that they were trying to stop prophecy, but yet sped it up. And if I had to say if I would do it again, I wouldn't change a thing. Because it was the great I Am's plan. I wouldn't change a thing. To later on recognize that in my dream, this being or light being or angel or whatever you want to call it picked me up. And I woke up right here in the 3rd physical realm hissing like a cat. And then later on, 5-6 months later, I'm walking by my ex's apothecaric room and I hear hiss, but not knowing it's the lion. And I come in contact with a man that says he sees a shadow of a lion, a baby lion. 2 years later, I'm looking out the corner of my eye and I see a lion, a shadow of a lion on a massive pillar in the room, cement pillar. Yeah. It's amazing how the great I am can show you things. But if you don't take note, it will just pass you by. Just as the same as the woman that told me that she went into the underworld to get her son's spirit as a light being. Well, it didn't dawn on me because before she told me that, I had a dream about the light being picking me up and I woke up hissing like a cat. This was like maybe 4 or 5 months past, and she sent me a picture saying that she went into the underworld like this and it was nothing but a bunch of light and some dark eyes. Looked like shades or something, but you could see nothing but light, which is a light being. And then I get somewhere else and I read in the book that Adam and Eve were light beings before they were human. It's just little things like that. Because this book was divinely guided to me. Just as the King James Version Bible was guided to me. And you know the really crazy part is that the Creator of all things sent me 2 people. The first one, before he sent him to me, I did a drawing and it was of a seat and it had emanating light coming from it. Then all of a sudden, the man came and asked me about the mercy seat. Then the Creator sent me another vision of a being in front of the sun. Week, maybe 3-4 days later, maybe. Another being came and asked me about the cherubim. But then when he read it to me, after I was done with my Khalils, I went back to him after 2 hours later and I asked him, I said, can you show me that? Again, what you read. And he said, you're the chosen one, you should be able to find it on your own. What are the chances of that? Of me finding what I found on my own. Because had he went and read for me, I wouldn't have saw the Creator of all things in my drawing. I wouldn't have went to Exodus at all. I would have just stayed in Revelations, Ezekiel, and Israel. Those were the only chapters I was told to study. I would have stayed in those chapters. What are the chances that this person said, you should be able to find it on your own, you're the chosen one? And what are the chances of me going into Israel and reading about the mercy seat, but also the cherubim was connected together with the mercy seat? I didn't know that in the beginning. I thought it was just a mercy seat, and this man asking about the cherubim, I didn't think they coincide together. But lo and behold, in Exodus it speaks about the mercy seat and the cherubim on top of the mercy seat up on the ark. So what are the chances in that happening? And then the great I am shows up, the Creator of all things shows up in the background of this picture. not of my own doing, but just on his own. What are the chances? It has to be by design. It has to be by a purpose. The great I am showed itself to me. And then here a couple days ago, I see a video exactly like the picture I drew. What are the chances of that? Showing exactly that I'm the one that came down with the seal of the living God to seal the 12 tribes. Solidified receipt. Because the chain of events. You ever thought why Texas, during that great freeze, was the most damaged? You ever wondered that? Out of all the states in the United States, Texas got hit the worst. Why? Because my feet is on the ground, Texas. I was sent from Las Vegas with a seal in my hand. Come here to Texas to seal the 12 tribes. And once they were sealed, nothing was the same anymore. The Great Freeze, and then COVID. If you don't believe me, things are not the same anymore. Why is it that everyone is filling out applications online instead of going to places to do applications? If you don't believe there was a great change, then why are people still walking around with face masks on? If you don't believe it, why is the crime has skyrocketed since COVID? This world will never, and I mean never, go back to the same way again. There is a prophet that made crops go bad, made it not rain for months, people were starving, they had no water. This prophet they call Elijah spoke and it was done. Well, this is almost the same scenario. This is why Texas got hit so hard. There's the 12 tribes was sealed right here in Texas. I don't like to be one of era of bad news. But I tell you, the next event that comes is going to be catastrophic. So much so that a lot of people are not going to make it. I noticed because of the massive wave of water I saw in my dream. Just as those people that drowned here in Texas, and months before, at least 8 months before, I'd start warning. I said I seen a skull rising up in murky water to the surface. Here just recently, a couple days ago, I had a dream. There was a man in my dream, and he supposedly set me up. He was paid $1,000. But it wasn't by the seen, it was by the unseen. I can hear these demonic entities talking. Demonic realm is going to be running rampant. They're going to start making themselves seen. Not making themselves seen, but making themselves felt. They're going to start possessing bodies, possessing people. I want to leave this here. Pick up your trees. Keep oil in your lamps. This has been my time. The one out.